Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host. As I've talked about many times, gaming in general is a great silver bullet, a great way to deal with autism, ADHD, bipolar, all those kind of things. Because while the world out there doesn't make sense, game worlds do. When we connect to those games, it doesn't matter whether they're fantasy, paranormal, it doesn't matter whether they've got monsters or fireballs, it doesn't matter whether they're science fiction and got alien robot invasions. Within the context of the game world, it makes sense. It's understandable. And for someone who's got autism, for someone who's dealing with all these other issues, it's a world that can be safe. Because it's understandable. You complete a quest, you get a reward. The world out there doesn't work like that. I can't function in the world out there. I can't go out there and do things like normal people would. But in computer games, I can. And hentai games, adult games, had another layer to it because, as I've always said in many of my videos, I have an extremely strong libido, and I class the libido and your sex drive as having what I would call super user status. It's like having an admin channel on your PC. It has all access. This is why we do dumb things when we're horny. It's just the way it is. When we're horny, we do dumb things. Because it can override things. But that can be a very good thing. When my mind's going in a very dark direction, when bipolar type 2 depression takes hold, when thinking about my wife's death kicks in and I hyper-focus on it and I can't get rid of those things, all the rationale you want to say won't fix it. It's not something you're going to shake off. It's not something you're going to fix by just saying, hey, it's okay. You should be getting over that by now. Yeah. No. But my favourite hentai game can. My favourite visual novel will be able to take me away to a different world. Because while the depression, the hyperfocus, the manic side, my autistic brain can grab hold of nearly all the energy in my head and put it towards something I probably don't want it to. My libido, my sex drive, can also grab hold of that entire amount of brain energy and focus towards something fun and interesting, kinky. And if it's a really well done world, I mean, like some of the really good Japanese RPGs, I'm happy to have text tractor out and to be playing it via translating it via that and that, because I can get lost in that world for 8, 9, 10 hours. And it completely draws away from what's trying to wreck me. It takes all the energy away from that. It gives me a break. And it's wonderful. I love the other sides to it. It's like with hentai games. Japanese seem to do really well with the female protagonist ones. The only thing I would say, I wish Eternum had a female protagonist, because as we've talked, before Paola got ill 20 years ago, me and her were exploring the fact that I may be trans and that I have a very strong female side. We had a female wardrobe for me and everything. We explored all of that. I put that all away, quite literally, in a closet when Paola got ill with cancer. I stopped going into that. But in games, I can explore that side. That's why I prefer games with a female protagonist. I also adore the slow corruption mechanics that the Japanese and that seem to do so well in some of their games. It's amazing to see it happen. And I love the challenge of trying to complete one of those games without getting completely screwed over as a female protagonist. That is like the ultimate thing, because literally everything in the game is set up to thingy, but you can do a virgin playthrough. So it's amazing to go through all that. And so yeah, I'm just some old guy who still is an extremely horny guy who spends a hell of a lot of his time playing these games. But it's not just a hobby. It's part of my therapy. The reason I talk about it is because it needs to be talked about, because people feel guilty about this kind of thing, and they shouldn't. Let's face it, my version of Skyrim hasn't been a stream-friendly version for about, I'd probably say about 2000 and, when did it come out? Wow. Probably the original one, 2000. Probably 2012 is the last time I played it without any mods. And we all know the places where you go for all those mods. Yes, my version of Skyrim really does explore the idea, just how did Dragonborn come about? Anyway, I just wanted to do a short video on this because outside of my normal schedules, just thinking that it's such an important thing. And I've recently found out that there's quite a few different people out there who are doing videos on this. I would like to do a shout out to one of them. I'm going to put a link in the bottom of this video when I do. The channel is called Sex Positive Gaming, and it's wonderful. Works very well. She has a Patreon, as far as I know, and that I believe I'll put that link in if I can as well, because of she shows these games in the right kind of light. And so yeah, we need more channels like that. I mean, I'm random. This is all therapy for me. It's not a career. It never will be. Everything I put up is just out there because it helps me get the stuff from here out of my head. So I hope you're all having a wonderful, splendid first day. I'll be on VR tonight doing my normal open mic singing and so on. So bye bye for now.